Burn her! Burn her! The cry was taken up even by the children. Burn the witch! Oh, come on! Amicia screamed back at them. She yearned to hurl one of the faggots heaped at her feet, but she supposed that was why they had bound her to a stake. I didn't even do anything. Lies! One of the women, so sagging with age as to suggest she was more melted candle than woman, roared. You used your black magic upon me granddaughter. To prove this, she tugged at the wrist of a young, fair-haired girl and shoved her to the fore of the crowd. The girl, apparently more befuddled than enraged, looked up at Amicia with a blank face, perfectly smooth and bright, with a healthy pink. She was scarred with the pox just this morning, 1 hour away from me sight, and I've got this. The woman seized her granddaughter by the cheeks and shook roughly. This! Smoother than her arse was when she was born. She levelled a finger and a yellow-toothed snarl at Amicia. Witchcraft! Heathenry! Are you serious? How can you be upset at your grandchild being cured of disease? She gritted her teeth so hard they threatened to crack. What makes you think I did it anyway? You're the only foreigner here, the woman said, extending her arms to the crowd. Everyone else is a decent devotee of the Lord and his order. Everyone, huh? With no free hands to point, Amicia gestured to the old woman with her chin. When was the last time you were at church? Maybe you used some kind of magic on her and are trying to foist the guilt on me. She had to force herself to keep from smiling at the offended look of the woman. She had to strain much harder to keep an elated giggle behind her lips when the crowd parted warily, turning dozens of suspicious gazes upon the accuser. "Oh, you can't be seriously considering this," the woman grunted, placing meaty hands on hips. "Witchcraft, Goody Andor, is a very serious matter." The chaplain stroked both his chins contemplatively. Even the curing of a dreadful disease is but a ruse covering a far more dreadful taint. If we let but one, he held up a finger, bride of the devil, into this sanctuary of the Lord's people, it will infect far more than mere children. So say we all. The crowd's heads went low in what Amicia thought of, but did not comment upon, as being curiously similar to a mass of hens upon a heap of grain. As they made a unified sign of the cudgel, it was with a grim smile and dozens of furious scowls, respectively, that Amicia and the folk noted Goody Andor make the blessed gesture just a fraction slower than the rest. "You've known me for years." She rose up with as much righteous indignation as sagging breasts and thick legs would allow. "I've prayed in the house of God alongside you. I am no sorceress." "So she says." Amicia assumed her own poise of righteousness insofar as the ropes permitted. "Are not the devil's brides skilled with clouding the minds of reasonable men?" "It is true," the chaplain muttered, fixing a wary eye upon Goody Andor. "It is furthermore true that you did not consider the accusation to be serious." "She's the one trying to cloud your minds." "With what? Logic? Big words?" Amicia leaned back against the stake and sneered. "Let us not abandon any precaution here, friends. If she can accuse me of witchcraft, then I can certainly accuse her of witchcraft." She shrugged as nonchalantly as she could. "In the end, there's really no way to prove that anyone's a witch." The crowd paused at that. Bony fingers scratched bald pates contemplatively. Someone broke wind slightly less contemplatively. Another man cleared his throat, straightened up, and spoke. "Maybe."